expert woodsman who can cut down a tree more easily than most people can chop one up. When it really comes to tackling large lumps, you can't beat the men of the forestry companies.
An axeman's gathering.
This is Thomas losing the most that gets it.
Our 2021 Steel Timbersports Canadian Championship here in Thames Centre, Ontario is brought to you by Blackbridge Harley-Davidson. Time to ride. Huron Tractor. We're really big on service. And Steel Monomix Fuel, the official pre-mixed fuel of Steel Timbersports, found only at your Steel dealer.
The Steel Timbersports Women's Competition. All athletes will compete in 3 disciplines. The maximum points awarded for each discipline result from the number of participating athletes. The first discipline is the stock saw. The fastest athlete will receive points equal to the total number of athletes competing, down to 1 point for the last place in each discipline. The second event is the single buck. Points remain the same, awarded based on the times, and as with all events, any rule infraction will result in a disqualification, and the athlete will receive 0 points for that discipline. In the final discipline, the underhand chop, it's the athlete's last chance to claim valuable points. The points from all disciplines are accumulated, and the athlete with the highest points total wins the competition.
It's our women's division. Coming up first, your 2014 Canadian champion, Danielle Koch.
Danielle was second in 2019, and she is going to be hungry for that championship today. Right behind Danielle, she was your 2015 Canadian champion from Sussex, New Brunswick, Janet Walker. Big return to the Steel Timbersports stage.
And from Truro, Nova Scotia, she's your 2016 Canadian champion. Give it up for Caitlin Reed.
Good strong contender there, they all are. From Montrose, Prince Edward Island, she was your 2017 Canadian champion, Kelly Bonus.
And right behind Kelly from Nanaimo, British Columbia, she's your 2018 Canadian champion. Give it up for Anita Jazowski.
And last, but certainly not least, she is the reigning, defending 2019 Steel Timbersports Canadian champion from Brigham, Quebec, Stephanie No!
Stock saw. After the starting shot, the contestants have to cut 2 wooden discs, so-called cookies, within a 10-centimeter mark, 1 downward and 1 upward. The attempt is only valid when both discs have been cut off completely and within the marks.
Women's division stock saw coming up on stand number 1. It's Kelly Bonus.
And please welcome to the stage, first time the Steel Timbersports Series since 2016, Janet Walker.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Both cuts are good.
Nice work. There you have it. That is our first heat of the women's division in stock saw. Janet Walker, she knows how to work a saw. And we're not wasting any more time. We're ready for heat number 2. It's on stand number 1, Anita Jazowski.
Anita's going to be taking on a stand number 2, Danielle Koch.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
DQ in stand number 1, cutting over the line. DQ in stand number 2, incomplete cookie.
All right, looks like we're ready for heat number 3. Coming up, your reigning champion, it's Stephanie No.
Right behind her from Truro, Nova Scotia, welcome to the stage, Caitlin Reed.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Stand number 1, cutting over the line, DQ. Stand number 2, cutting over the line, DQ.
And there you have it, folks. Let's have a big hand for both Stephanie No and Caitlin Reed.
Janet leading the way after one event, 6 points. Kelly in second with 5, and the rest of our competitors battling for that 3rd spot on the podium. Sadly with 0, but that's going to change right away after this very next heat.
And it looks like we're getting ready for our single buck. Let's learn a little bit more about the single buck.
Single buck. The single buck is a one-man saw about 2 meters long. With this, the athletes have to cut off a complete disc of a 46-centimeter thick wooden block. The perfect interplay between rhythm and strength is the key to success. The 2-meter-long cross-cut saw used for the single buck discipline is made especially for competition. A series of consistently patterned 10-centimeter-long teeth are cut with a laser on one side of the saw and then hand-sharpened. Saw teeth are divided into 2 types, cutters and rakers, just like on the old-school saws. The saw weighs about 5 kilos and its base price starts at around 1,500 euros.
Coming up on stand number 1, it's Kelly Bonus.
Our 2 leaders in points, Kelly Bonus, and coming up right behind her, Janet Walker.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, folks, here we go. Beautiful start for Kelly Bonus. Really smooth, but Janet Walker's really finding her rhythm there, making sure she uses every single inch of that saw. Big stance, big rhythm. There we go. Kelly Bonus, there she's about halfway through. Janet Walker's, she's done. Kelly Bonus finding her rhythm in the center. Got to make sure she's not caught up. Got to apply just the right amount of pressure. She's got to keep going. There we go, a couple more strokes, and then she's got it in, making sure she's not pulling too hard, making sure not getting caught up. Couple more. There you go.
Both cuts are good.
Nice work for both of our athletes. They've got 2 disciplines down, 2 good cuts. Heat number 2, on stand number 1, Anita Jazowski. And on stand number 2, it's Danielle Koch.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, folks, looking good. Looks like Anita Jazowski having a smooth cut so far, but Danielle Koch just using her strength, using that torque, making sure every tooth on that saw is being used. She's almost done hers cut. There we go, Danielle Koch with the finish. Anita Jasowski about halfway through hers. She's gotta be making sure she uses exactly the amount of right of pressure with that big steel or tool steel saw. Couple more cuts and or strokes, she's got it. Almost done, she's nice.
Both cuts are good.
Fantastic news for both Anita Jasowski and Danielle Koch with a great time of unofficial time of 16.57. She's definitely gonna be feeling good about that cut. She loves the single buck, and we've been waiting to see her do that event all day today. She's been talking about how she's been very excited for that event. We are ready for our last heat of the single buck. Coming up on stand number 1, it's Stephanie No.
Now number 2, head-to-head again, Caitlin Reed from Truro, Nova Scotia.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Here we go, folks. We're in our last heat of the single buck. Stephanie No finding her rhythm all the way through. She's using all the power, making sure she's using big strokes. Caitlin Reed, on the other hand, is coming up behind. It's going to be a close heat between the two of them. Almost done. She's got a little bit caught up at the top. She's got it at the end.
Both cuts are good.
Fantastic. There you have it, folks. The last heat of the women's division of the single buck. Okay, folks, we have our overall points all set up. At the bottom of the list, we have in 6th place, we have Anita Jasowski with 2 points. Caitlin Reed in 5th with 4 points. Stephanie No in 4th with 5 points. And then in 3rd with 6 points is Kelly Bonus. In 2nd is Danielle Koch with 6 points, and leading the pack, it's Janet Walker in 1st with 9 points.
Yeah, how about that? Janet Walker returns to the stage after a 5-year hiatus and comes out guns a-blazing with a great position to be going into the underhand chop.
Underhand chop. In the past, the underhand chop technique was used to split logs. Standing on a horizontally anchored block, the athletes cut through a 32-centimeter log. The block has to be worked from both sides. The axes used in timber sports definitely can't be bought at your local hardware store. Made from special steel, the blade is hand-sanded with an angle of 13 to 16 degrees. It's custom built and carefully adjusted for each competition. The weight is around 3 kilos and it's about 80 centimeters long. The blade is so sharp that you could shave with it.
All right, we're ready for our next heat, or first heat in the underhand chop. It's a Kelly Bonus on stand number 1, and on stand number 2, it's Janet Walker.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Good opening blows there from both competitors.
There we go, big swings from both Kelly and Janet, bringing the power to this event. They are very consistent with their hits, making sure they're reaching, snapping back on their knees. Look at Janet Walker. She's got great accuracy. We're seeing big chunks fly out, but it's Kelly Bonus who is turning to the backside or front side next. Looking good out there.
Yeah, both looking good. Good, solid sticks, and they're chopping them well. Janet has not missed a step. She's getting those big, long swings, and Kelly's right there with her.
Yep, getting those big chunks of wood out of there. That's what we want to see. It's looking like Janet is starting. She's getting so close. She's starting to drive it off. She's close, and she is done. Kelly Bonus still working away. She is not going to waste any time. She is making her cuts. She's getting through. She's going to start driving now. It is starting to wiggle beneath her. She can feel it starting to give, but she's got to keep that power going. Come on, Kelly.
Both cuts are good.
Absolutely, they are.
All right, folks, here with Janet Walker. Janet, still, the day continues here. You're the leader in points going into the underhand. Didn't look like you missed a step to me. After a bit of hiatus, you were throwing that axe way out there, getting it out, really putting the power behind each hit, really snapping your knees. No big deal, just like riding a bike.
No big deal, right. Just like riding a bike. Sometimes you wobble, but as long as you just stay upright.
If you had that chop back again, is there anything you would change, or are you pretty happy with that?
No, it felt pretty good, actually, for not doing very many in the past 3 years, so.
Well, listen, we've got 2 heats to go.
I know.
And you are sitting in an excellent position, and we may very well be looking at the first ever 2-time national champion. So let's watch closely these next 2 heats. Great job, Janet.
Thanks.
We're ready for our next heat of the underhand chop coming up on stand number 1. It's Anita Jazowski. And on stand number 2, it's Danielle Koch.
Athletes ready.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Big opening blows.
Yeah. Danielle Koch first to the wood, but Anita Jazowski is making sure every hit counts, working on that backside, making sure it really is nice and open for when they turn. Looking good. Danielle Koch really bearing down on her axe, making sure that those chips are flying out for her. She's looking good on that backside, moving to that front side. Look at the accuracy. She's hitting it exactly where she wants. Anita Jazowski still working away on the backside. She's feeling good. She's making that turn. All right, folks, here it is. Final couple hits. It looks like Danielle Koch is feeling good. She's making sure she really reaches down, making sure really gets out. She's gonna start driving any second. Anita Jazowski making those really specific hits, making sure she hits every mark, every hit counts, and Danielle Koch is done. Anita Jazowski still going. Nice.
Both cuts are good.
Fantastic. There you have it. Another heat down. Only one more heat to go in the underhand chop, and we will be crowning our 2021 STIHL Timbersports Women's Champion. We have one more heat of the underhand chop. 53.25 is the time to beat. That was set by Janet Walker. That is an incredible time, but we have 2 incredible choppers coming up next. And I think we're about ready to see them. So on stand number 1 coming up, it is Stephanie No.
And once again, welcome to the stage for the last time today, Caitlin Reed, Truro, Nova Scotia. She was your 2016 Canadian champion.
Stand to your timber. 3, 2, 1, go!
Big swings starting us off with Stephanie No on stand number 1, but Caitlin Reed really bringing her strength into it, using her core. Got to make sure she keeps her balance on top of that block, but Stephanie No is not wasting any time on that backside, making sure everything's flying out the way she wants, but it's Caitlin Reed first to turn. Stephanie No right on her tail. Little bit of a dip down. Those seconds are definitely going to count for Stephanie No, but Caitlin Reed is just ripping through her wood. She's got to make sure she can keep that endurance up, using that core, using every bit of that axe, making sure she gets down, reaches down. Looking good. It is going to be a toss-up between the 2 of them. It is looking pretty even. Stephanie No starting to bring it. She's going to start to drive. Caitlin Reed right there with her. It's going to be close. Come on. Here we go. Stephanie No is done. Caitlin Reed making a few more hits on the other side. Going to start to make sure all of that wood's out of the way. She's got to start finishing off soon. She's getting towards the end of it, and she's done.
Both cuts are good.
Fantastic news for both Stephanie No and Kaylin Reed. There you have it, folks. That is the last heat of our underhand chop and the last heat of our women's Canadian Championship. All right, Ryan, it's about time we bring out our women's division. How about you bring out our 6th place?
Absolutely, in 6th place with 5 points overall. Please welcome Anita Jazowski. Big hand for Anita from the Nanaimo, British Columbia. Good day for her overall.
Coming out next in 5th place, it's Caitlin Reed.
And in 4th place from Montrose, Prince Edward Island, Kelly Bonus. 7 points here today for Kelly.
All right, folks, here we go. Your podium in 3rd place, coming out with 10 steel points, it's Danielle Koch. And in 2nd place with 11 steel points, coming all the way here, she's your 2019 Canadian champion, it's Stephanie No. And your 1st place and 2021 Steel Timber Sports Canadian champion, it's Janet Walker!
Hey, how about that?
What a comeback for Janet Walker. Coming up here, taking that top place in the podium. Woo!
The comeback kid.
Your 2021 Canadian champion, Janet Walker!
Hey, first ever to hold that title, that new trophy, and the first ever to do it twice, Janet Walker. Amazing job by Janet.
That's a wrap for the 2021 Steel Timber Sports Canadian Championship. We look forward to seeing you all again next year in Charlottetown, Prince Edward Island. So from Thames Centre, Ontario, I'm Lindsay Warnock.
And I'm Ryan McIntyre. Thanks for joining us.